In my class, we spend a lot of time talking about current events because I primarily teach them how to do persuasive speeches. Because I think if you can give a persuasive speech, then you can absolutely give any other kind of speech because it's really one of the more difficult things to do. And if you can persuade an audience, well, you can cross apply that to pretty much anything. Hi, my name is Shantae. I'm a professor and a motivational speaker, and I teach people and students how to be good public speakers. So what we do in our class is talk about current events, and that's important because I want my students to know what's going on in the world, and I also want them to know that their voice matters and that they have a right to talk about what's going on in the world and how it affects them. Most of my students are students of color. They're BIPOC. They're African American or Latinx, and that's pretty much the demographic of the students at our school. Outside of that, it's relatively small, a mixture of the other ethnicities. But they don't realize that there are a number of things that affect them and their community and their lives and their education and their jobs and their families. A number of them are undocumented or their parents are undocumented. And these are all really big concepts and issues that people need to know about. And a lot of people don't, but they do, and they are learning. And that's why it's so important to me for them to learn how to use their voice. So many people think that their voice doesn't matter, but I may be able to speak and use my voice, but I'm only going to reach a certain number of people. But each one of my students can reach a different demographic of people and a different set of people. And people who will listen to them may not listen to me. So it's really important to me that they learn how to use their voice to talk about the things that are important to them. And that's why I'm so passionate about teaching people about public speaking and how to be public speakers, because there's so many things that are going on in this world, and we need you and your voice to use it for good. You can help change the world. I know that seems crazy. It's a really large concept. You're like, I'm going to change the whole world. No, you may not change the whole world, but you might be able to talk to 5 or 10 or 15 people who are in your circle, and those people can pass it to their people. We all have to learn how to use our voice. It's not that hard. And I like to make public speaking easy and make it simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. I use it to empower students to know that their voice matters and let them use it for good. So, what would you like to use your voice for? You can be a power and a force for good. So come along on this journey with me to help you learn how to use your voice to be a public speaker, because, well, there's more than just being TikTok stars. We can actually do something that makes real change and actually change our country and the world. So come with me, learn how to use your voice. Don't be afraid. You can change the world for good.